Hey guys, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. As always, I have a book haul for the month of December. I don't think I've gone a month on BookTube without a book haul, so we're back at it. I received books from friends from my Amazon wish list. I ordered books twice from Book Outlet, once on Black Friday, so I got a lot of books that day, and also just like one random day at work when I was having a bad day, I went on Book Outlet, which is always a mistake. But I'm here to show you the books that I received this month. A lot of them will also be a surprise to me because I literally just unboxed my Book Outlet boxes. So let's just get into it. The first book that I got is Dead Girl Society by Michelle Kreis. I have been asking my library to buy this for a while now, and they just haven't. Like, even on ebook on Overdrive. So it was probably $5 on Book Outlet, and I was like, why not? And it looks like it's super short, which, you know, is my favorite thing ever about books. I don't know much about this, but I'm very excited to get into it. So yay, thanks Book Outlet. The next book that I got, my coworker actually read, and she said she liked it a lot, and when I saw it on Book Outlet, I just knew I had to get it, and that is $3.59 by Gretchen McNeil. She said it's like this girl at $3.59 sees herself in like an alternative life, and it kind of sounds creepy, and I'm very excited for it. So when I saw it on Book Outlet, I was just like, I definitely need to get that. So here we are. The next book that I got is actually a book that I read this year, and I read it from my library, but I liked it so much that it's something that I just wanted to own so I could read again. And I have mentioned this author before on my channel, and that is Now Is Everything by Amy Giles. This is her first book. It was amazing. I gave it 4 stars. And it's just something that I wanted to own so I could read it again whenever. But basically this is a book about a girl who is emotionally and physically abused by her father, and a lot of stuff happens, and it was just amazing. I'm so glad I own it now. I recently read That Night by Amy Giles, and that was also really good. She's a really good hard-hitting contemporary young adult author, so if you're looking for that, I would give this book especially a chance. The next book that I got is The Midnights by Sarah Nicole Smetana. I don't know if that's right. I'm not gonna lie to you, I got this mostly because of the cover. Like, it's beautiful, but I think this is about, and I could be completely wrong, but I think this is about a girl whose father is like in a classic rock band, and she also wants to like be in a band. I could be making that up, so like take this with a grain of salt, but it has good reviews on Goodreads. I love this cover. I think it was probably $6. So like all these things you can't go wrong with. So I got it. The next book that I got on Book Outlet as well, and it's The Takedown by Corey Wang. I heard about this on one of the webinars that I watched for like upcoming YA books through my library, and it just sounded really good. I think like a rumor goes around on Facebook about this girl and her teacher, and basically it just like casts her out, and I'm very excited for it. I haven't heard a lot about it on BookTube, but it's a contemporary, so you know I'm gonna give it a try. The next book I got, I think I got it solely because Kat from Paperback Dreams was talking about it and how she liked it, and that is The Chalk Man by CJ Tudor. I don't know much about this either. I believe it's a thriller. I really like thrillers. Like, it's my second favorite after contemporary, so I'm very excited to see this. I almost read it for my October TBR for like creepy stuff, but never got around to it, so now I own it and I can get to it whenever. The next book that I got, I think is the first book by this author, and I haven't read it, but I also love this cover. And that is Open Road Summer by Emery Lord. I love The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord, and she's coming out with a sequel to that book, and I'm just like, I cannot wait. So I believe this is her first one, and I'm very excited to read this one as well. You know me, contemporaries, romance, I'm doing it. Why did I get this? Okay, the next book that I got is Ruins by Amy Tintera, which is a fantasy book. So that's weird. It must have been really cheap. I know that Kat, again, from Paperback Dreams, was talking about it and that she liked it, and that must have stuck in my mind. And then when I saw it on Book Outlet, I was like, yeah, Michelle, you love fantasy. So I got this book. The next book that I got, actually I'm really excited that I got because I loved this book last year when I read it. It's All in Pieces by Suzanne Young. I remember this book specifically came out on Election Day 2016, so like it didn't get a lot of buzz, but we got it at the library, and I love Suzanne Young's The Program series, so when she was coming out with a contemporary, I was so pumped, and this book was great. I know it got lost in all the stupid election jumble mess, but this book is great. Suzanne Young is a great author, and I don't think she gets enough attention on BookTube or in like real life. So definitely, if you see this, pick it up. It's amazing. The next book that I got is Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. I don't know why I got this, but I think it was recommended to me like on Goodreads because I read this, you might like this. And then I saw it on Book Outlet for probably $1, and I remembered that from Goodreads, so here we are. And the next book that I got because Chelsea from Chelsea Delling Reads really liked it, and I always want to try stuff that she likes because I feel like we have similar taste, and that is The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. I didn't realize how little this is. I'm very excited, but this is adult fiction, so not my usual genre, but I'm very excited for it, and she liked it a lot, so I'm hoping that I like it just as much. And the next book that I got was sent to me by my friend, I love you, from my wish list, and I was completely shocked. I didn't know that she was sending me anything. But this is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I think I said that right. And this was sent to me by Madison Mary, so everyone that I have mentioned is going to be down in the description. But thank you so much. I know I mentioned this in a vlog, and I was truly shocked when I got this, and I'm so excited to read this. So thank you so much, Madison Mary. I love you. The next book was also sent to me from my wish list by my best BookTube friend, Alana, and that is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. I have never read the Percy Jackson series at all. I totally missed the boat. I know it's considered middle grade, but I'm very excited. I did unfortunately watch the movie first, and I know how much people hate the movie after they have read the books, so I'm trying to keep that in mind. But I'm very excited to read this. I think I'm gonna get to it soon because like everyone I know has read this and they just love it. So thank you so much, Alana. I love you. The next book that I got was on my wish list, and I decided to gift it to myself because why not? Treat yourself. And that is 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott with Mickey Daughtry and Tobias Iconis. That was really wrong. But I don't know. I just like every time I looked at my wish list, I just kept looking at it and I was like, why don't you just treat yourself? I know it's becoming a movie in like March of 2019, and for me, it's getting The Fault in Our Stars vibes. So I just like, I wanted it. And look at this cover. And I think I applied for an ARC of it and I got rejected. So like, it just makes me want it more. The next book that I got is completely random for me, and there's another book in this pile that's like that. But basically I was talking to my coworker and she was like, yeah, if you're looking for like trashy but great books, you have to try these. And so working very hard, I went on to Amazon at work and found that these books were just like $5 on Amazon and free 2-day shipping because it was near the holidays. So like, why the heck not? I got Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. My husband's like, wow, I'm going to read this while I'm off work this week, and I'm like, Okay, so he's just as excited to read it as I am. And I know, like, it's a hit TV show on Stars. I haven't watched that either because I haven't read the book, and I just felt like, first of all, this is the mass market paperback, and holy crap, is that big. And I think it's like a 7-book series. So it's just like intimidating for me. It's not contemporary. It's not young adult. It is fantasy, adult fiction. So like a lot of things, I have a lot of reservations about this, but it was $5. So I'll get to it eventually before I die, hopefully. And then the next book that I got was also a gift from my wish list, and this was a gift from Chelsea Darling Reads, and that is Darius the Great Is Not Okay. I vlogged about this as well in my Smuttathon vlog and just like had a breakdown about how we were friends, and it was amazing. And I put this on my list because it's contemporary, and I think now it is on the list for the Morris Award, which is debut fiction. So that's great. Cannot wait to read this. I've heard such good things about this, and thank you, Chelsea. Okay, so this is the second book that's weird and out of my comfort zone. But I was talking to my coworker about Smuttathon and how I was doing that, and she was like, "Ooh, you should really try this." And I was like, "Okay," not in my wheelhouse at all. It's like historical smut. But why not, right? So this is The Secret History of the Pink Carnation by Lauren Willig. This was sincerely $4 on Amazon. And I mean, why not? I loved Smuttathon. I liked all the books I read. I liked getting smutty. And she said that this was a good one. So, I mean, I'm willing to take the risk. $4. So the next book that I got was also a gift from my wish list. Thank you, Madeline from Novel Inc. I don't really know how it happened, but she found my channel and started talking to me, and I just feel blessed because I love her videos. I love her personality. She is the sweetest human being, and now I want to be best friends with her. And she sent me Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. I think in one of my other videos I was like, I can't wait to get this book, but I didn't buy it for myself, and it just came to me in the mail. And I got her a book off her wish list and accidentally sent it to myself, and it was like this big thing. And she was like so patient with me, and I cannot wait for us to become even better friends. So thank you so much, Madeline. I cannot wait to read this. The next 2 books that I got were presents from my husband, so thank you, Castleman. And the first one that I got was The Geography of Lost Things by Jessica Brody. I applied to get an e-arc of this and got rejected. I was very upset. So when I saw it at Barnes & Noble, I just knew I wanted to give it a chance. It's about this girl whose father died, and she's trying to sell her car to someone, but it's stick shift, and the only person she knows who drives stick is her ex-boyfriend, so they go on this road trip together to sell the car. And honestly, that's all I needed to know. Romance, angst, teenagers, road trip. You got me. I'm there. So thank you, Castleman, for this. And then the next one that Castleman bought for me, I bought solely because of the cover. I have never heard of this book, but it's contemporary YA paperback. Whew. So all the things that I love. And that is The Infinite Moment of Us by Lauren Miracle. I've never read anything by Lauren Miracle, but I know she's in like a bunch of YA anthologies, which is awesome. This cover is beautiful. There's romance. There's, again, angst. I just like all the things that I love. It's right here in this book. So, yes, we're almost done. This is a lot more books than I thought it would. I saw this on Book Outlet and immediately got it. I think this was the most expensive book that I got on Book Outlet. But that is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I haven't watched the movie. I really want to read the book before I watch the movie. It's adult fiction, which is not, again, my cup of tea, but like, I'm just so excited, and I couldn't believe it was on Book Outlet. So I'm very excited to read this. I've heard amazing things about the movie, and I'm sure it's just as amazing as the book, so very excited. And the next book that I got completes my trilogy. I will say that this was my least favorite in the series, but I still wanted it to complete the series, and that is Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. 100% Isla and the Happily Ever After is my favorite. Like, that book broke me. I was sitting in this room sobbing. Ugh. But I saw this on Book Outlet and I was pumped. I'm sure it was like $3, and my series is now complete. And Stephanie Perkins, I know I mentioned this in my Y'all Fest vlog, but I ran into Stephanie Perkins in the bathroom at a restaurant at Y'all Fest, and it was just like so surreal. I was like, oh my god, you're Stephanie Perkins. And she's like, I love your lipstick. And it was just like, I'll always remember this moment. So I'm very excited to complete my series now. Yay. And the next book that I got has a Walmart sticker on it, but it's from Book Outlet, and that is The Girls by Emma Cline. I believe this is a fiction novel, but it has to do with the girls who follows the serial killer whose name I can't remember. So when I do, I'll put it down here because I'm completely blanking. But anyway, they follow him blindly and they commit the murders that are famous. And yeah, it's super short. I'm very excited. I didn't know that. And it's paperback. And this book was the last gift that I got from my wish list. So thank you so much, Haley Marie. I love you. I actually found her channel through Rachel Marie, Book Junkie, and so thank you, Rachel, as well, because Haley Marie is just like a gem. She's lovely, and she got me The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I tried to read this probably like 8 years ago. I was definitely still living with my parents, and I was listening to an audiobook and it just didn't like grab me, but I'm so excited to try again, and I think we're gonna buddy read this. So I just love, like, in conclusion, I love internet friends, so thank you all so much for gifting me books this season. It's been amazing. The next book that I got is from Book Outlet, and that is The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I believe this is set in like the 70s Alaska, before they were part of the United States, and maybe it's the 50s. Obviously, I don't know much about history, so it just confirmed that I'm an idiot. But I'm very excited to read this. I've gotten this out from the library so many times and just like never got around to it. So now I own it and I can read it whenever. This is another one that I've gotten out from the library several times and just like never got around to it and always felt bad. But that is Bang by Barry Lyga. I believe this is about a boy who accidentally is playing with a gun and shoots his brother. So it's the aftermath of that, and I just found that summary so compelling, and I'm very excited to get to this. And the next book that I got is completely Mika's fault because she was tweeting about it and it caught my attention, and I know this is a series, so I got the first one, and that is Crash by Lisa McMahon. I have also gotten this out from the library and just haven't gotten a chance to get it, but I'm so glad to finally start this. And whenever she raves about a book, for some reason I just like really want to try it, and it's not fantasy, so thanks, Mika. I'm definitely gonna try it. And the next book that I got is Sad Perfect by Stephanie Elliott. I remember when this first came out, I think last year in 2017, there was like a lot of buzz about it. It's definitely about a girl with an eating disorder. So I'm excited to get into this. Hard-hitting contemporaries are definitely my thing. So, good. Finally, the last book that I got from Book Outlet is The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. I know this came out in 2017, but for some reason it has been floating around Goodreads and BookTube this year, especially like the last few months of this year, and when I saw it on Book Outlet, I was super excited because it's contemporary I've never heard of. But basically this is about a girl who received a text message from her friend right before she died, and she's never opened it, and she's at an airport and she accidentally switches phones with this boy, and that's all I know. But I cannot stop thinking about this book, and I forgot that it was like in one of these Book Outlet boxes, and I thought it was already on my shelf. So I think I'm gonna like start this soon. It might be the last book of 2018 or the first book of 2019, but I'm so excited. Contemporaries, really my jam. That, that's a lot of books. But those are all the books that I got for December. I am getting more books from Amazon literally tomorrow, but I wanted to film this today, so you'll see those in my next haul because I have a problem with buying books, but that's okay. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!